I'm a 67-year-old lawyer. I first smoked marijuana when I was a freshman at Georgetown Law School in 1965. That's 46 years ago, and I have been a regular smoker ever since. And I'm here to tell you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with the responsible use of marijuana, and it is time that the government backs off on this one. You know, we all know that marijuana enhances our appreciation of good food and good music and good sex. Those aren't bad, but it's even more than that. For many smokers, used in the right setting, marijuana can be a very enriching experience. And we need to learn to develop the courage to say that out loud. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the responsible use of marijuana, period. It's none of the government's business whether we smoke or why we smoke. Now, back in 1970, my name's Keith Stropp. I founded NORML. NORML, for 4 decades now, has been a lobby for marijuana smokers. We are the marijuana smokers lobby in America, and we're proud to be that. We favor the elimination of all penalties for the personal possession and use of marijuana. No fine, no arrest, no ticket, no nothing. It's none of their damn business. Secondly, we favor the legally regulated market, similar to alcohol, where consumers can buy their marijuana in a safe and secure environment. Consumers want in marijuana pretty much what they want in any other field. We want marijuana that's good quality, that's affordable, and that's convenient. And for that reason, the other position we have is that whatever marijuana law you eventually end up with here in Massachusetts, make sure it includes the right to grow your own marijuana, so if they try to sell us shit, we don't need it. And by the way, Cann is working hard on that. And for you folks that don't know, there's a raffle right over here on the side of the main stage, and for $1, you can win a chance to win a nice hookah or pipe of some kind over there. But what you're really doing is supporting their effort to raise money so they can do some serious polling, so we know exactly what we have support to pass in the state of Massachusetts. So, for those of us who smoke marijuana, and I think it includes most of the people I'm seeing here today, it is time that we get up, light up, stand up, and let the world know how we feel. We have to come out of the closet. We can't win this issue if we're cowered in the closet. The gays and lesbians have demonstrated the power that comes when you have courageous individuals willing to come out of the closet and say, I am proud, get over it. And that's what we need with marijuana smokers. We have to overcome a negative stereotype that a lot of older Americans still have, that marijuana smokers are somehow laggards or stoners and we sit on the sofa all day and we don't achieve anything. We need to make the point that marijuana smokers are just average Americans. We work hard, we raise families, we contribute in a positive way to our communities, and when we relax in the evening, we prefer to smoke a joint. Now, there are some basic arguments that I won't spend a lot of time on, but I feel obliged to at least mention. Marijuana prohibition wastes approximately $10 billion a year in law enforcement resources arresting and prosecuting marijuana smokers. People like you and me, there were 850,000 marijuana arrests last year. One marijuana smoker is arrested every 38 seconds in this country. We've arrested more than 20 million Americans just in the last 20 years. We have more marijuana arrests than we had violent criminal arrests. It is time that we stop wasting those resources and recognize that marijuana smokers are good people. With alcohol, we recognize the difference between use and abuse. We don't outlaw responsible alcohol use, we outlaw irresponsible use or abuse. Why don't we make that same distinction with marijuana? Obviously, most marijuana smokers are responsible smokers and they use it responsibly. It's not abuse, it's use, and it's none of the government's business. Now, the second reason why prohibition doesn't work, it invites government into areas of our private lives where, frankly, none of us are comfortable. We don't want the government coming into our house to know what books we read. what music we listen to, how we conduct ourselves in the privacy of the bedroom, and neither do I want them knowing whether I drink alcohol or smoke marijuana while I relax in the evening. It's none of their damn business. But the real reason we have to legalize marijuana is because we are needlessly destroying the lives and careers of hundreds of thousands of genuinely good citizens every year in this country. You folks well know, I'm sure, if you're a college student, you lose your eligibility for student loans. If you're on welfare or in public housing, you're thrown out. In more than half the states, even a simple marijuana conviction for a joint has nothing to do with driving. You lose your driver's license for either 6 months or a year. This is idiotic, folks. We are destroying really good, otherwise productive citizens. So, what do we do about it? Well, the good news. A couple of national polls in the last few months have shown the majority of Americans now say they favor legalizing marijuana, not just for medical use, but regardless, for all adults. And that's a majority. So we're beginning to win that battle of the hearts and minds of the American people. Our challenge is to convert that public support into public policy. We got a federal bill introduced this year, H.R. 2306, by Representative Barney Frank, a proud member of the Congress from this great city here. He was the major co-sponsor along with Ron Paul. It would back the federal government totally out of the marijuana field. Just remove all federal penalties and let the states do what they want. That's exactly what we did at the end of alcohol prohibition. We didn't require that states legalize alcohol. We just said we're removing the federal law and let the states experiment with different methods. And they have, and they continue to. That's exactly what needs to be done with marijuana. So, go to the normal website. Make sure that you send a letter to your federal elected officials supporting the federal legalization bill that's pending, H.R. 2306. Make sure you support similar legalization bills that are pending here in the state of Massachusetts and will be in several other New England states in the coming year. And with your help, what we're going to do is, it's not so much about marijuana. It's only incidentally about marijuana. It's really about personal freedom. And with your help, we're going to restore a measure of personal freedom to the lives of tens of millions of responsible marijuana smokers in America over the next very few years. Thank you. Join Cann, support NORML, stay high, and let's legalize marijuana.